I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government.
You can even hear it kind of requires that angst or anger behind it to be able to dig into that level of connection. Hey everyone, my name is Mishan. I'm a singer, songwriter, and vocal coach. You guys requested it, so here it is. Tear in My Heart by 21 Pilots.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me. She's the tear in my heart, take me higher than I've ever been.
Nice. Definitely nothing held back here. It is full out mix all the way in a really, really heavy, thick mix with a little bit of distortion as well.
But my taste in music is your face.
That's an interesting line. My taste in music is your face. One other thing that I'm noticing probably in the post-editing on this track. In the post-editing on this track, they have a distortion that's specifically put on the vocal. It's not natural to the vocal itself. It's definitely done in editing.
She's the tear in my heart, I'm on fire.
So the way that he's finding this type of sound is by going to his call register. So a call register is the type of voice you would use if you were calling out to somebody who's about 20 feet away, right? So if you were going, hey, what's going on? That's the type of voice he's in. If you're singing this song, you have to kind of approach it with that level of energy. You can't, I got a tear in my heart. So you can't approach it from the like, I got a tear in my heart, right? That is way, way too soft. There's not enough energy put into it. You really need to dig in a little bit deeper. I got a tear in my heart, right? That's more of his approach, kind of very much in your face, full force type of vocal. So if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more on how to get this type of sound in your voice, please go to my website. I'll leave a card up here for you to get a free lesson on how to improve your voice and get this type of style in your voice.
You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time, but that's...
Okay, so now he's brought it down, right? We're in the bridge, we're in the breakdown. He's chilled it out a lot. It's not as in your face, not as punchy. It's a lot more spoken. This part is just kind of like he's having a conversation with you.
Taxes to fill holes with more cement. You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time.
Yeah, now he's digging in a lot more, going back to his call register.
I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government.
You can even hear it kind of requires that angst or anger behind it to be able to dig into that level of connection.
She's the tear in my heart, I'm on fire.
She's also strong, wow. Ooh, that's a bad kick. So yeah, so now he's going back with even more intensity for the final chorus.
She's a butcher with a smile, cut me farther.
Ooh.
My heart is my armor, she's the tear in my heart.
Right, so there is the breakdown again. He's pulling it back, probably coming to the outro end of the song, whatever word you want to use, but he's kind of pulling it back for that ending.
She's a carver, she's a butcher with a smile.
Right, so she's a butcher with a smile. Right, he's got a little bit of that type of feel instead of she's a butcher with a smile. Right, it's not like as forceful as the chorus was.
Cut me farther than I've ever been.
Now let's take a look at it live. All right, the fact that it's just him and a ukulele already tells me it's going to be a very different type of performance, I think.
This song was never meant to be played on the ukulele either. I wrote it on a piano, but it just sounds so cute on this instrument, so I just had to do it.
I love that. Just sounds so cute on this instrument.
But it takes someone to come around to show you.
Yeah, definitely the vocal style doesn't match the instrumentation, right? He's going with the original power and call register that's in the original song. I mean, I was kind of hoping to see a different approach to the song altogether and kind of looking at it from more of a soft and chilled out type of vibe with the ukulele. But maybe he's doing that ironically here. That's definitely a possibility.
I'm alive, she's the tear in my heart. I'm on fire. She's the
Yeah, so now he's dropped it down, kind of talking it out. It's not even on a specific melody, it's kind of just spoken.
But my taste in music is your face. And it takes a song to come around. Just
Yeah, I really like that, the sass, how salty that is.
she's the tear in my heart. I'm on fire.
It's a very interesting approach and style choice, right? Because in the original and with most songs that are popular you've got the traditional verse-chorus approach to the song, right? So your verse is always going to be just a little bit more subdued, a little bit more lower down in your range, perhaps. There's just going to create that kind of difference. And then the chorus is going to be much more in your face, much more high in the range, and it's going to be that climactic moment. Whereas here he's flipping the idea, he's flipping it, which is interesting. And I think maybe that would be a really good way to build interest into the final choruses if he decides to go more full out there.
Than I've ever been.
But I love how much fun he has playing it. You can see he's just enjoying this performance a lot.
Is that not just the cutest thing you've ever heard? You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the holes so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement. You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the holes.
I actually really like the way that in the line, you fell asleep in my car I drove all the time, right? So he's kind of attaching the last word of the first sentence to the next line. I think that's really cool. I think it's a really clever use. I mean, 21 Pilots is amazing with their lyrical content, the way that they kind of orchestrate their lyrics within songs. So I think that's no exception. But I like the way that he's doing that. And this is kind of following a similar pattern to the original, that it's more subdued on the lower part and now getting a little more intense on the higher part.
Sometimes you, yeah, that was so cute. Oh my god. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta bleed to know, that you're alive and have a soul.
Ooh, loving that falsetto. That sounds so good. He's a really good showman.
Than I've ever been. My heart is my armor. She's the tear in my heart. She's a karma. She's a butcher with a smile.
See, I really like how he's very uninhibited on stage. He's very throwing care to the wind, like just, this is the way I'm going to sound today because that's the way I want to sound. Not going to try to make it sound like X, Y, Z for anybody else. Like, this is me. I really like that about him and his performances.
And I've ever been my heart.
So like there, I think on those Than I've Ever Been, I think you could find just a little bit more release. But look, at the end of the day, it's kind of an angsty song. I don't think release is the number one quality that he's after in this song. It's much more to be more raw. I think that's what this song calls for.
Is my armor. I'm just really, I'm an emo person.
And there you go. He just described what I was thinking.
I didn't even finish the song. I haven't even finished it yet. But no, I'm thinking about her, so I think she's a pretty cool girl, and this song is about her, so. Oh, than I've ever been. No. Thank you.
Love that performance. Wow, that was incredible. That really was the most adorable performance of Tear My Heart that I can imagine. So if you like this video, please check out this one, because I'm sure you're going to love it too. She's a tear in my heart. I'm on fire. She's a tear in my heart. Take me higher.